Hello folks and welcome to Max Thrust RC, and today we're going to be having a look at the Estes Big Daddy. It's a really popular rocket. I haven't got a 24mm motor mount rocket in my collection, so I thought this would do quite nicely. It's a rocket that gets pimped quite a lot, as you can see in this picture. For example, they've got a 54mm motor mount, which is pretty epic. Make this thing go super high and fast. I'm just going to be building it in its standard format, as this would make a great second rocket. As you can see, this runs off of the Estes black powder motors. We're talking a C11s, Ds and E engines. E engines will take it to 900 feet, and here you can see some of the dimensions. It's a little under half a meter tall, so it stands pretty proud, as well as obviously having a 3-inch diameter, so it certainly makes a statement. The caveat with this build is I'm going to let my fiance do the paint job. She did such a good job on Lady Leopard. As you can see here, it's pretty jazzy, so it'll be interesting to see what she comes up with on this one. Okay folks, I've taken everything out of the packaging and this is what you get. You got your main airframe here, there's your nose cone, your motor mount tube, parachute, elastic shock cord and your fins. You've also got your centering rings behind those as well, and of course you get your Estes instructions. It's not a particularly huge parts count, so it should be great for a second rocket or anyone looking to get into the hobby in a big way. Alright, let's carry on. So, an interesting fact about my rocketry: even though I'm certified to level 2, which means I can fly J, K and L motors, I have never, ever, at any stage in my life, launched a D motor. So you can see I've got some D12 5s here, so I'm looking forward to using those. Big Daddy will give me a good excuse. Right, I'll let you guys have a look at the instructions, and whilst you're doing that, I'll put the rocket together and then I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay folks, here you can see she is fully assembled, looking nice and chunky. Big Daddy. As you'd expect from an Estes kit, the parts went together really nicely. It only took an afternoon's worth of building, so as I say, it's absolutely great for a second rocket. If you've done one of the easy to assemble series, this is absolutely great for something that takes a little bit more putting together, but as I say, it doesn't stretch the skills too much. Yeah, it's brilliant. 3-inch diameter, and I've got my fin fillets in there. Everything's in. I've used a Lock Precision heat retardant rag inside because the wadding, well, you'd use it up pretty quickly on a chunky airframe like this. Other than that, yeah, really impressed with it, to be honest. Show you the sort of all around here. There's the back, the 24mm motor mount. There's a little adapter that goes in there to use your D motors, because obviously it's in quite deep, so that you can use the E-powered black powder motors as well. And here's the nose cone. As I say, it makes a real statement. I just used some medium CA and some wood glue to assemble the rocket, so speeds the time up quite quickly, as well as giving a nice strong finish. Righty ho. So I'll let the little lady loose on the paint job and we'll see what she comes up with. Alright folks, here we are. She's finished. Quite a few hours work, but as you can see we've got a sort of bronze and gold flame motif going on at the bottom, and then at the top we've got a sort of spiky flared golden tip with a nice black background. It's turned out really nice and she's done a great job, as I knew she would. Right, without any further delay, let's go and take this bad boy out to the launch pad and send it on its way. Alrighty folks, here you can see we're out at the pad. She's all sorted, ready to go. Everything's all hooked up. She's looking pretty gorgeous. So let's push that big button and send her skyward.
She's dead. Oh no, she's not.
Okay folks, this is how she landed. It was a bit of an angled profile into wind. I did set it up perfectly straight, it just weathercocked quite significantly. Nonetheless, it was a successful flight. She came down without any damage, and I'll get her back to base and we'll have a look. Okay folks, here we are back at base after a successful maiden flight. As you will have gathered from the footage, it was quite an arcing flight. There was only a light breeze going. My Pro Series 2 launch pad may have been a little overkill for the flight, but nonetheless it has confirmed what I've always thought, that a D motor is really at the absolute limit of the low end of the scale for this rocket. So what are my thoughts? Well, it's an Estes kit and it goes together great. It's so nice to build. It really was a pleasure. All the parts fit together fantastically, and the rocket itself's come out really nice. It's balanced in the right place. As I say, the reason for that flight profile was purely not enough power, really. Maybe the drag of the launch pad had something to do with it as well. But on an E-motor, I'm sure this thing would absolutely fly. And yes, I have got something for the future planned for this rocket. Not too distant future as well, actually. So stay tuned for that. This episode today was brought to you in association with Rockets and Things. The link's down there, check them out. They're the UK's #1 rocketry supplier. So when you're looking for your next load of rocketry goods, be sure to check them out. And that's it from Max Thrust RC. If you don't want to miss what I've got in store for this, then please do hit that subscribe button. It does mean a lot to me. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.